A THINK+change microlearning on police interaction readiness for those with IDD and the people in their lives.
When you interact with the police for any reason, we want you to stay safe and keep the officer safe too. While the police often receive training on how to stay safe and interact with you, you should also know the important tips to make sure you can have a positive and safe experience when talking to the police. Welcome to this micro-learning training on police interaction safety. I would like you to meet my friends. Today they're going to help me show you some safety tips for interacting with the police.
Hello, I'm Officer Alcorta with the Aurora Police Department.
Hello, my name is Keith.
Oftentimes, police are called out to situations where they don't know what they're walking into or who the person or people they'll be talking to are. They don't know if the situation is dangerous or not. By making certain choices, you can make them feel safer about interacting with you. So what should you expect when interacting with a police officer? Officer Alcorta, how can someone tell that you're a police officer?
Yes, so one identifying factor is a badge that police officers wear on their uniform.
That's right. Sometimes police officers will be in uniform, but sometimes they won't because they're undercover, but they will always have a badge that tells you that they're a police officer. Other things a police officer may have on them could include handcuffs, a radio to talk to the other officers, a weapon such as a gun or a taser, or they may have a trained dog with them called a canine. The police officer may ask you questions, ask to check your ID, and sometimes, if they have a suspicion of a crime, they may arrest or detain you. And Officer Alcorta, how do you begin an interaction with somebody you're going to talk to?
Hello, I'm Officer Alcorta. I'm with the Aurora Police Department.
Hello, my name is Keith. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. So now you know how an interaction might begin. Let's talk about what you should or should not do throughout the entire interaction. Let's start with our first do and don't. When the officer approaches you, stay where you are. Don't run away. But remember your rights. Your right to remain silent and your right against unreasonable searches and seizure. Remember, you can always ask the officer if you're free to leave and wait to hear their direction.
Hello, I'm Officer Alcorta with the Aurora Police Department. May I ask where you were last night?
Hello, my name is Keith, and I would like to remain silent.
Next, throughout the entire interaction, don't ever touch the officer or their equipment. This means you shouldn't reach out to hug them, shake their hand, touch their gun, or as tempting as it is, if they have a police dog, do not pet the dog.
No.
We do want to make sure to listen to the officer and follow any directions they may have. Don't argue with them or be rude. It's okay to choose not to have a conversation with the police. It's not rude. It's about remembering that you have the right to remain silent if you choose. So you can use that right to stay silent when needed.
Hello, I'm Officer Alcorta with the Aurora Police Department. May I see your ID?
A problem. My name is Keith. Problem.
Do keep your hands visible the entire time. The officer does not know if you have a weapon on you, so keep your hands where they can see them to help them feel safe. This means that you should keep your hands out of your pockets, or if you're in a car, keep your hands on your lap or on the steering wheel.
Hello, I'm Officer Alcorta with the Aurora Police Department. Do you mind showing me your hands? Thank you.
If the officer decides that they suspect a crime, they may start to arrest you. Never resist arrest. It's very important that you do everything they ask. Follow their directions.
Keith, if you'll turn around for me and put your hands on the top of your head. So I'm going to be patting you down for any weapons, okay? Do you have anything on you that would be concerning for me, any weapons or anything sharp? Okay, I'm going to be placing my hands on you, okay? Just so you're aware of what's going on.
This done or yet?
Okay, I'm going to have you put your hands behind your back, okay?
Yep. Run, just like I'm playing.
Let me know if these are too tight, okay? And I'll make sure that we lock them so they're not so they're not too tight, okay? They're good. Okay, I'm gonna have you sit in the patrol vehicle and watch your head for me, okay?
Finally, they may drive you to the police station. Once there, do ask for a lawyer and or someone you trust like your parents, a caregiver, or trusted friend to come to the station. Remember your rights too. You have the right to a lawyer, one that you pay for, or one that is free. Thank you, Keith and Officer Alcorta, for your help.
No problem.
Those are the do's and don'ts of interacting with a police officer. There are some other important tips to remember too that can help you during this interaction. The first thing is to stay calm and use any coping skills you have. This could be things like remembering to breathe slow and deep breaths. You may need to do stimming like rocking back and forth or humming. Remember though, keep your hands visible and don't reach for anything in your pockets like a fidget toy. But if you're feeling overstimulated or distracted, you can always tell the officer and ask them to go somewhere quieter. Remember to make sure to ask first so they know you're not trying to run away. You also have the right to ask for any accommodations that you need. This could include things such as sign language interpretation. You can ask the officer to speak slower, or you can ask for any aids or equipment, like a walker or a cane to stand up. Finally, do you have to tell the officer about your disability? No, you do not have to tell the officer about any disability you may have. However, you may find it helpful to tell the officer about support needs you may have or information that may help them help you. This could include telling them about how you communicate or things that trigger you or scare you. It also may be a good idea to carry some helpful information with you to give to the officer. This could be things like setting up your address, emergency contacts, medical information, or tips for the officer to help you in your smartphone. Or, if you don't have a smartphone, you can create a card with this information, or carry a medical bracelet or necklace. In the state of Colorado, you also have the option to put a symbol on your license or ID to indicate that you have a disability. This is completely voluntary, though.
Thank you for watching this training on staying safe when interacting with the police. Keep these tips in mind so that you can have the best interaction possible. It's also important for the police to know how to best help you out in the community, and we have a tool to help. You can download the Community Quick Card and fill out your communication needs, accommodations, and anything else an officer would need to know. On the back, there's a reminder about the rights that you have. Download this tool at thinkchange.info/police readiness tools.
Made possible through support from Autism Society of Colorado, Colorado District Attorney's Council, Colorado Developmental Disabilities Council, Developmental Pathways, and the Arc of Aurora.